Okay. So, last thing we have here is just to record our daily sales. Okay.
Right. Sells regular medium coffee. It's going to be $447.75.
Okay.
Sells regular large coffee. 568.10.
Okay.
Sells supreme medium coffee. 597.60.
All right.
Supreme large coffee. $666.59.
All right.
Ceramic mugs. $34.95.
Okay.
Taxes. $190.99.
Bring us a grand total of $2505.98.
Go to deposits.
Deposits.
I'm still putting in my numbers.
What's up?
Okay.
Deposits.
Deposits. 25.05 and 98 cents. 'Yes.
Okay.
Boom. Onto our ledger.
On to our ledger.
June 30th. In-store sales. General Journal 21 for 25.05 and 98 cents, which brings the running total to $13,693.86.
86 cents. I got 68.
My fault. 68. Yes.
Okay, so 13,693.68.
68.
Okay.
Now to revenues. Sells medium regular coffee. 6:30, we sold 225 cups. General Journal 21, a credit of $447.75. Brings the total to $5,221.76.
Excellent.
Sells large regular coffee. We sold 190 cups. General Journal 21 for $568.10. Which brings the running total to $6,503.25. Now sells medium supreme coffee. $6.30. We sold 240 cups. General Journal 21. A credit for $597.60. Which brings us to 6655.77.
665577. Excellent.
Now sells large supreme coffee. $6.30. We sold 191 cups. General Journal 21 for $665.59, which brings us to 75.23 and 44 cents.
I got 75.24 and 44 cents.
That's what he said, right? 752344.
The
Yeah.
credits for 66659.
Oh yes, she's correct. I put 665.
191 cups at $666.
Yeah, I read the number wrong.
Okay, so 752444.
Yes. Then up to mugs. $6.30. We sold 5 mugs. General Journal 21 for a credit of $34.95, which brings us to 1763.89.
176389. Yes.
And on to our liabilities. $6.30. In-store sales. General Journal 21 for $190.99.
190.99.
It brings us to 2046.11.
2046.11.
after that, that's it for that. But we know what we use for coffee, and that's we're heading over to inventory. Six or the 30th of Julio,
Mm-hmm.
we sold 40 and a half pounds at 1.66296, which brings us to 67.35 cents. Now we're going to take the 40 and a half pounds from the 72 and 0.75,
Mm-hmm.
up with 32 and a quarter. And we're going to subtract 64.35 from our 120.98, which gives us $53.63. And the running balance is 1.662595. So 67.35, 53. Then from here to our Supreme. 630, we used 42 pounds, but we're going to take some of from our 6.7 at $1.89.
Hold on. Okay, so we have
The 6 and 75. Are you going to go? Well, we're still going to need 35 and a quarter pounds to equal the 42 pounds.
okay. All right. So we know we need 42. Okay, 42 minus 675 means we need 35 and a quarter pounds at
$1.91.
$1.91. Okay, so how much is my 6.75 actually remaining right now?
$12.76.
75.
75.
Yeah, remember this is the one where we had that quarter of a penny or that half of a penny that we already transferred out. So this is 12.75. Over here, 12.75. Okay, and then we have to calculate this one. So equal round.
67.33.
Okay, 67.33, giving us a grand total.
$80.08.
$80.08. And we got to update.
Update our inventory. So 125 minus the 33 and a quarter gives us 89.75. Would that do, my smell?
I got 89.75.
89.75.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, so 125 minus 33 and a quarter.
No,
35
35.
and a quarter.
Thanks, Felipe. 35 and a quarter.
You should know better than to listen my English.
All right, so 89.75. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
And, yep.
So I should have remaining.
$171.42.
42 cents. Yes, that's correct.
On to our journal.
Right, so then
Can I see the total cost on the Supreme Coffee under cost of goods sold?
yep, it's 33 cents. 33 subtract out the 75 should give you 2 cents remaining.
I got 170.
You don't have.
Oh
the
wait, I forgot.
12.75 on there because
Oh
it's
yeah.
up to 80.08.
Okay, because I saw reference. My bad.
Well, I heard 80.09 and I saw that somewhere else on the screen, so that's why I wanted to see that again because I want to make sure I didn't, where the whatever, but that's what I have, 80.08.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is the total on the inventory on hand? Okay, I'm good.
Cost of goods for regular is $67.35. Cost of goods supreme is $80.08. Regular coffee is now the ledger. Cost of goods sold. $6.30. We used 40.5 pounds. General Journal 21. Debit of 67.35. Brings us to 1374.87. Now down to Supreme. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And we go to cost of goods sold for Supreme Coffee.
Supreme coffee is $6.30. We use 42 pounds. General Journal 21 for $80.08. Which brings the total to $14.50.83.
1450.83.
Now on to our assets.
regular coffee.
Regular coffee, 631.
630.
We use 40.5 pounds.
40. Good.
Yes.
Used 40. Good. General 21.
General 1. Credit for 67.35, which brings our total to 53.63, and it matches.
Perfect.
Now down to our Supreme Coffee.
What was the total?
53.63. $53.63, which matches our inventory worksheet.
Supreme Coffee, 630. We use 41 pounds.
Isn't it 42 pounds?
42 pounds, my fault.
Used 42 pounds.
General 21. For $80.08, which brings us to 171.42, and that also matches.
Good.
Now we create a now trial balance, or create a trial balance.
Okay, so good. All right, let me save this. And what I'm going to do here is in my journal, I'm going to go ahead and indicate that I reached the end of my journal here. And I'm going to put right here unadjusted trial balance. Okay. So let's double confirm that we're done with this, right? And it says to complete the trial balance, then we're going to begin our closing adjustment, closing our accounting period. But first, let's go ahead and successfully finish our trial, unadjusted trial balance. Now, once again, you only need to have your ledger account, okay? And you're going to need your financial forms. Now, for this trial balance, okay, since it's the unadjusted trial balance, I want you to actually do this a slightly different, okay? Since we reached the end of the given period, what I want you to do is I want you to start summing up everything in main accounts, okay? So let's take a look at this and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so we have unadjusted here, right? I want you to make a copy of the trial balance number 4, right? Move and make a copy. Okay. All right, and of course we're going to make a few changes to the titles here. Okay.
We changed the name on the trial balance for parentheses 2, right?
Parentheses 2, yes. And I also need to make sure that it says unadjusted trial balance. Oops. You have trial already.
That name was already taken.
Right, you need to delete your old one first.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to try to make it as small but readable. And what I want you to do is I'm going to have you insert a column in between here. All right, I want you to create these columns in between because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have it look identical to the original one, but this time I'm making sure that I have my debits on the left side and credits on my right. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have you guys start creating all of your main accounts, and I want you to add up everything with the main accounts because that's what's going to make it easier for us to produce our financial statements. Because check out all of these accounts. We have, let me see, what is 1 all the way to 69. Plus we have additionals because we have to insert a few more from here. So that's easy. That's right there, 60 accounts. I want it to be limited down to only, I believe we only have like a couple, we only have like 20 main accounts. So in this case, as here, I have all my accounts listed out here. What I'm going to do is I want you to create those main accounts, and I want you to have those sums instead of the sub accounts, okay? So for example, so our first one right here, right? Once you've produced your debit and your credit columns in between just like that, right? So you have a total of 4 columns here, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert right here, and what this is going to be is this is going to be my first main account, which on my assets is going to be my bank account. All right, so in this case I am going to make this my bank account. All right, and what I want you to do here is just make sure that you are aware of which accounts belong in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to choose another color to represent that these are main accounts. So here's my bank, right? I'm actually going to change the font color and I'm going to make it blue. Okay, so that way I can tell the difference between my main accounts and my sub accounts, right? Instead of doing black, right, I would make the what do you call it? The difference between them. So your blank columns for your debit and your credit are going to be your main accounts, while your debits and credits that you have already here with all the numbers, those are going to represent every single account, all the sub accounts, every single one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tally up my main accounts. So in this case, right, my bank account is going to consist of, right, my checking, my petty cash, and my cash in register, right? Because that's exactly what I have here. My main account is consisting of my checking account, my petty cash drawer, and my cash in the register, right? That's all the money I have in the bank. Or in this case, in my company's bank. This is my overall amount that I have in cash. All right? Then the next one would obviously be my accounts receivable. So that's what I want you to do is I want to make sums of my main accounts. So right now, my main account right now holds a total of $7,629.54. Now, if you want to be more specific or make it a little more clear, you can actually highlight this whole column here and change the font for it, because then you're able to tell the difference between the main accounts and the sub accounts, right? So here, my difference here is my main account is my bank account. So here, how much do I have in my checking?
$13,693.68.
So 13,693.68. Okay. All right. Any changes to my petty cash or my cash and register?
No.
No. So right now, my main account, which consists these three, is at a grand total of $14,503.68. Okay, and that's what I want you guys to do, is because when we move on to the adjustments, we'll be adding more, but this will help us be able to complete our financial forms a lot more easier. Okay, by showing you this is my main account. So then when we go ahead and do the financial statements, instead of having all this clutter, we're shrinking them down to just the main accounts. Okay, so right now my bank account is holding at 14,503.68. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to do your debits and credits as if you're looking at just main accounts. Okay. So here, right, the next main account that we have is going to be my accounts receivable, right? So I'm going to change this to blue, okay, because that's a main account. And my accounts receivable, how much is it right now? $1,531.95, which I just cell referenced. So that means I'm going to say that this column right here in my debit side should match this column that I have here on my other left side. So I'm entering all my numbers in the black side on my debit side, and I'm just transferring them over onto the left side because I'm using it through main accounts. And that's my main account for my accounts receivable is a main account. But when we look at the next one, when we do our adjustments, you're going to have your allowance for doubtful accounts under there. Okay? So good. All right. We have my allowance for doubtful accounts, which we haven't done our adjustments yet, so we don't have that yet. Okay. Then we have business supplies. So that's going to be another account that we're going to insert here. Okay. So this
Corey, now you're
is...
just doing. I think I'm confused.
I'm having you guys add up everything for your debits and credits as main accounts, not sub accounts. So in this case, what are my main accounts?
The accounts receivable in the bank.
Right, they're going to be indicated with capital letters. Those are my main accounts. Everything else is underneath it is going to be my sub accounts, right? My sub basically gives more information about the main account. If I have inventory, what's under inventory? My regular coffee, Supreme coffee, and my coffee mugs. So what I'm having you guys do is sum it up, so then it makes it more easier to fill out your financial statements. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, what is considered my business expense? What accounts are underneath my business supplies?
The medium coffee cups.
Mm-hmm. large coffee cups,
large coffee cup, sugar, creamer, and that's it.
and that's it. So these 4 items here. So let's go ahead and figure out what each one are. So what I did, which is I did an equal sum to add up all these numbers, okay? And you'll see why it's important to do this, because when we put in our adjustments, right, we're going to be looking at what those contra accounts do to the main account, okay? So here, what is the total of my medium coffee cups?
378.88.
378.88, okay? What is the total of my large coffee cups?
568.32.
568.32. Okay. What is my total sugar?
64.80.
64.80, so that didn't change. And my total creamer?
538.89.
538.89, so that didn't change either. So that means my grand total in the amount of my business supplies account, right, the main account, is going to be a total of $1550.89, right? Because that includes my medium, my large, and my sugar and my creamer all together. Okay, so does that make sense that I'm having you shrink up these accounts into the main account? So then when I build my next spreadsheet, I'm only looking at my main accounts.
I wish I would have known that before.
Right. No, it's okay. We're doing it together. So if you figured you could go on a lot quicker if you're able to do it quicker. So here you go.
I'm following along now because it's just, I still have a 2-cent deficit anyway, so I figure while we're going over this, I'll be able to find it.
Perfect. Okay. Office supplies, once again, if we have an adjustment, that will also make a difference here, right? Office supplies is a main account, so I'm going to change that to blue. All right. And what is my total office supplies?
150.
150, so that didn't change. Okay. Next I have is inventory. So like I gave you an example earlier, inventory consists of regular coffee and supreme coffee. But I want to know what is my total inventory. So I'm going to insert another row here. So you're going to click on the row that you want and insert, because it's going to insert the line above it. Okay. This is going to be inventory as my main account. And my inventory is going to include my regular coffee and my supreme coffee. Okay. So right now, what was my total regular coffee?
53.63.
53.63. All right. What is my total supreme coffee?
171.42.
171.42. 171.42. So therefore, I have a total balance in my inventory account for a total of $225.05, which includes my regular and my supreme coffee. I'm just cramming them in together to one account, which is the main account. Okay. Yes, Melinda?
I'm sorry. I'm just talking.
Okay, okay. All right. So there we have it, inventory. All right. So now that we finished inventory, right, we don't have ceramic coffee mugs yet, right? That's the end of the period where we need to do our adjustments. We will have coffee soon, coffee cups soon.
Oh, so
right?
now we have to add the furniture account.
Correct. There you go. That exactly. Good. So now we have to add in the furniture account because I don't want to know. I want to know what my overall furniture amount is, not individually. I want to know what the main account is versus everything that's in there individually. So I'm going to add in my furniture account, right, as my main account to give me an overall amount of furniture. All right. So I'm going to throw in my formula, right? It's going to be my bistro tables, my counter, my desk set, and my display shelves, right? Because that's what my furniture is. It consists all four of these items. All right. So let's go through the line. Okay. How much is my bistro tables?
Nothing?
My bistro tables.
Oh, 660508.
Okay, so that didn't change. Okay. What about my counter?
1193.22.
So that didn't change either. Okay. What about my counter? I'm sorry, what about my desk set?
658.37.
And my display shelves?
577.08.
Good. So all of those in grand total gives me a total amount of $9,033.75 worth of furniture. All right.
And now office equipment.
And now office equipment. Correct. So office equipment. All right. Office equipment. Insert. Right, which is going to include my computer, my printer, and my cash register. So in this case, right, let's go through each one. I have a computer for $1834.84.
Yeah.
I have a printer for $378.87. And I have a cash register for $449.49. I mean $649.49. Giving me a grand total of office equipment to be $2,863.20. Okay. Then we have regular equipment, right? Things that go for the actual business.
I think I just found a mistake here. Hold on. 1834.84, 378.87, 649.49.
And that's it.
2860. Okay, when I was looking at it, now this is weird because that's not the number that was there. But when I clicked off the page and came back, the right number showed up.
Okay, so you may have to like re-enter your formula, like make sure that you press enter so it actually recalculates it. Sometimes it does that. That's why Excel. Sometimes you have to do that if you're working with too many pages at once. Okay. So, everyone good?
Yes.
I'm good.
Okay, so next we have regular equipment. Okay. All right. Your equipment is going to be your brewer and your grinder, nothing more, right? So let's go ahead and confirm. How much was your brewer for?
4505.29.
Okay, 4505.29. Good. How much was your grinder for?
4145.57.
Good. Giving you a grand total of equipment to be $8,650.86. Okay. Then we have vehicles. All right, so you're gonna have to add that in there, even though it's just a single item there. All right, vehicles. All right, which we know our vehicles is going to be just only our truck, and our truck is it how much is, yeah, it's still 32 208 90. So therefore vehicles is going to just equal your truck. Okay. Then we have our main account here for my prepaid account. So this is a main account because it's in capital letters. So in this case, how much is my, oops, I meant to just highlight these. So how much is my prepaid accounts?
6654.17.
6654.17. So once again, my prepaid is just going to equal my 6654. Okay. What about my deposits?
$1,700.
1700. Okay. What about my
Goodwill, 2,100.
2100? Okay. My miscellaneous expense?
Nothing.
Nothing. Good. So that was our first round of summing up everything into main accounts. All right. So all my blue values is what I'm going to be doing for my financial statements. All right. We're going to see the difference from our unadjusted to our adjusted, because when we make our adjustments, you're going to do the same thing, right? And you're going to see what happens when your contra accounts actually changes your main account. So there we have it. So that's all of my assets. So next we're going to be moving on to is my liabilities. Okay. First thing we have here on the credit side.
The prepaid account.
What was that? Prepaid accounts? You mean, what was that?
Accounts payable, sorry.
Okay, good. Accounts payable. So make sure you're on the credit side this time, right? How much is my accounts payable right now?
$38.85.21.
3885.21. So that's exactly what my credit's going to be on this side. So let me pull this down and I'm going to change it to blue. All right. So there we have it. Main account for accounts payable is 3885.21. All right. What about my Visa payable?
$18.85.89.
1885.89. Okay. What about my notes payable?
$649.49.
So that didn't change. Okay. And then now, instead of having to calculate all of this, now we can just sum it all up into one account called payroll tax liabilities. Or in this case, this is just payroll, oops. Control Z. Okay. So now it's just payroll liabilities. Okay. So payroll liabilities. Oh, I'm at the bottom of my page. It's okay. So payroll liabilities is my main account. And that's going to be grabbing a lot of these accounts, right? So payroll liabilities. Okay. Is going to include, right, my employee FITW, my OISDI, my HI, my company FICA, my company FUTA, my company SUTA, and workers' compensation. So it's going to include all of that. And, right, let's go ahead and just confirm that those numbers are true, right? My first one here is going to be employee FITW for 4016. That's right. OASDI is for 3373. HI is for 789. Right? Company FICA is for 4162. My company FUTA is 3264. SUTA is 1632. And workers' comp is $7.40. So none of those changed. And gives me a grand total of $179.76 worth of payroll liabilities. Right? So what's our next account? What's our next main account?
Sales tax payable.
Okay, right? We don't have utilities, right? So none of those are going to be there. We don't have unearned revenue anymore, right? And we have sales tax payable. So how much was my sales tax payable?
$2,046.11.
204611. Okay? So 204611. Okay? And then last main account is going to be loans, right? So far we only took one loan, right? We haven't taken a business loan yet out. We only took a truck loan. So in this case, my total loans is going to be
$29,221.90.
all right. Good. So those were all of our liabilities. Okay. Equity accounts, right? We already know these are already main accounts, right? Every equity account, there is no categories nor sub accounts, but every other one are main accounts. So we have owner's equity and owner's withdrawal. Okay. Owner's equity is $30,000. Okay. And my owner's withdrawal
$3,000.
is $3,000. Okay.
Can you scoot up a little bit to notes payable on the unadjusted? Oh, and payroll. I forgot to add my payroll. And then sales. Okay, now I'm with you.
Okay. All right. So we just finished equity. So now we can go into revenues. So that's a lot of accounts that we're going to be looking at, and we're going to swoop it all up into one. Okay. So let me go back to my sales. So my general account, or my general main account, is just going to be just sales. Okay. Now, sales, right, is going to include everything, right, from sales to regular coffee, sales supreme coffee, sales ceramic coffee mugs, medium regular coffee, large regular coffee, medium supreme coffee, large supreme coffee, right? Those are all going to be my sales. Okay. So let's go ahead and update each account so we can get a nice overall sales account. Okay. So for my sales regular coffee, what is my balance there?
$13.94 and 96 cents.
Okay, good. What about my sales for Supreme Coffee?
$14.36 and 40 cents.
14.36.40. Okay. Okay. What about my sales for ceramic coffee mugs?
1763.89.
Wait. I can't see my numbers. 1763.89. Perfect. Okay. What about my sales for the medium coffee cups?
221.76.
52 to 176. Oops. 76. Okay. What about my large regular coffee cups?
6503.25.
650325. Right. What about my sales for medium supreme coffee cups?
Oh, wait, I did mess up here. $56.55.77.
665577. Okay. And last but not least, what was the total for the large supreme coffee cups?
7524.44.
752444. Right? That means the entire month I sold a total of $30,547.
have 46 cents. Oh, 13.94.96.
We're 13.94.96. Let me double check that. $13.94.96. Yeah, I have 96. Okay. Right. Then we have our contra accounts. These are contra main accounts, right? My purchase returns and allowances and my sales. Sorry, I said purchase. Sales returns and allowances and sales discounts. Those go against sales in general. So therefore, those are going to be main accounts, main contra accounts. So sales returns, sales discounts, and delivery income are all going to be main accounts. So my sales returns and allowances, what's my account balance?
$19.96.
1996. Okay. My sales discount, what's my account balance there?
$1,979.
Okay. And then what is my total delivery income?
$300.
$300. All right. And of course, we don't have any interest income. Okay. Now we are moving on to our cost of goods sold. In this case, our cost of goods sold only has our regular and supreme coffee. So cost of goods sold All right, so what was our cost of goods sold for the regular coffee?
$1,374.87.
$13.74.87. Okay. What was my cost of goods sold for my supreme coffee?
$14.50.83.
Okay. Which brings me a grand total of cost of goods sold to be $2,825.70, right? Since we don't have our cost of goods sold for our coffee mugs, nor do we have cost of material. All right. Last but not least, we have our expenses. So let's take a look at our first one here. Advertising expense. Advertising expense. Okay. What was the value? What's my total debits in my advertising expense?
185.
$185. Okay. We haven't encountered any bank fees. Business expenses. Business expenses for $1,000. Freight expense. What's my value of my freight expense right now?
$500.
Okay, so that didn't change. My insurance expense. It's
95.83.
good. Okay. Now, this is where I have to make a labor expense account because that includes my subcontractor and my temporary labor. So I'm going to go ahead and click on subcontractor, insert a row, and name this labor expense. Okay. My labor expense is going to include my subcontractor and my temporary worker. All right. $18.90 plus my $252 gives me a total of $21.42. Okay. Next I have here our license and permit expense. Okay. That stayed the same. Okay. Even my loss on sale of asset should also remain the same. Okay. Then now I need to insert one, okay, for payroll expenses. So my payroll expenses is going to include my salaries and wages expense, my commissions expense, as well as my payroll tax expense. So insert your payroll expenses in here. Okay, which is going to include my salaries, commissions, and payroll tax liabilities or payroll tax expense. So let's go ahead and just confirm. Salaries and wages is for $544. Commissions $140.18. Payroll tax expense is $97.98. So none of those numbers changed. Right? Everything okay?
I messed up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good now. Thank you.
So next here we have purchase expense. Right here, purchase expense is a main account. Anything that goes against the purchase expense, right? So purchase expense is the main account. we have contra sub accounts here, right? Because purchase expense, right, we have that goes against it is my purchase returns and allowances and my purchase discounts. So in this case, right, our total purchase expense, right, is what?
Purchase expense is 1092.20.
1092.20. And what was my total purchase returns and allowances?
22.24.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to have you guys also practice this tomorrow, because tomorrow when we do our adjustments, everything is going to start making sense. So in this case, right, we're going to take our purchase expense, and because we are looking at purchase expenses being the main account and my purchase returns and allowances being a contra main account, right? We're going to go ahead and take my 1092.20 and I'm going to go ahead and subtract out that 22.24 because that is a contra count. It reduces my purchase expense. Okay? So then I should have a total for purchase expense to be 1069.96. Okay? Because they counter each other, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then last but not least, we have rent expense to be 1,500. And I believe that's the last account we have. So now what you're going to do is you're going to run your sums. Okay. Okay. And once again, I'm going to make these blue. Yeah, I'm missing some numbers too because I'm supposed to. Actually, let's do that formula all over again. So equal sum. Yeah, I'm not matching on my end either. Equal sum.
Mine matches all yours the same.
Oh, my still fall off.
Oh, there you go. 98. Okay. There you go. All right. So here, let's compare on the side of our journal, on our side of our trial balance here, right? So this one, does my main accounts debit equal my main account credits? Yes, there's 0. Oh no, I'm off by 2 cents. And then does my main account for my debits?
You're off by 2 cents again.
That's the 2 cents that I've been looking for, and I found it in one spot, so, but I don't remember where, and I can't find it in the other spot.
Okay.
But I do know that there's because we made the mistake in class somewhere, I think, because I found it corrected on my general journal and only part of my general ledger. And when I changed it and then I went back through everything, I got lost and couldn't find it.
Okay. All right. So
I'm off somewhere.
we have 20 minutes to go ahead and find it.
Mine's so messed up.
Wait, but here's the great thing.
Slow for the credits.
Slow for the credits. Here's the great thing, right? This is only 2 days, right? So that means we made a mistake somewhere on the 29th or the 30th. But I think I honestly think it's going to be in the cost of goods sold.
Sales tax payable. Oh, it's for 20.
Cost of goods sold. Or it could be in the sales. So let me see. On the 29. Whoops, I typed over there. So the cost of goods sold. Actually, I think it's in the sales. Because let me see. Where did we find the discrepancy? So my 2 pennies are off on the credit side, right? Let's see. Yes. It has to be it's probably in sales. So let's look at our journal. For the 29, right? So sales. Okay. Okay, daily sales. So I think our journal's correct. It's just transferring to the ledger. So let's take a look. So sales. Okay, let's see. So we did regular coffee first. Oops, sorry. So regular coffee should be 6909 right there. Okay, for this one should be 7980. Okay, and then we have the mugs. All right, for a total of 39.92. Oh, 39.92. There we have it. There's my 2 pennies. This is supposed to be 39.92. All right, which changed my mugs to be now 1763.91.
Can you let us change that real quick before
Yep.
we go to another worksheet?
I'm just gonna go to, yeah, go ahead for it. So our journal says that we have 39.92. Okay.
And that's in the ledger.
Ledger, yes. So for your stuff, the sales on the 29, the very first one where we sold 8 mugs for 39.92.
Which account is that?
Which one?
Which one are you on?
the sales for the coffee, so the ceramic coffee mugs. Yeah, so in our journal, we have it for $9.92.
And that makes it 1763.91.
1763.91, correct. And if we pop that into our trial balance as 1763.91, there we have it. We found our 2 penny difference.
Okay.
So there we have it. You got it?
Can you scoot it up? You keep moving it.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that it's 0. All right. Here. I think sales, ceramic coffee mugs. What was that, Alan?
Okay, I found it in the journal.
Did you put it as 92 or did you put it as a 90?
No, I had it in the journal as 90, so actually that should equal me out, but my unadjusted trial balance is so screwed up that it's going to take me a while to fix this.
Okay, so here we are. Yes, 39.92 should be correct. So then wait, so for that exact journal, the very first journal that we did for that day, what was your ending balance or what was your total amount that you had for accounts receivable?
What do you have for our total unadjusted trial balance? I can't see the screen.
Okay, so wait, which one? For main accounts or for sub accounts?
Main accounts, let's start there.
Main accounts is 98,668.85.
It's way wrong.
Okay,
Okay.
your main accounts and your sub accounts are not going to be equal to each other.
No, that I know. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. 99668. 9668.
No, 98
Right.
668 85.
Oh, 85?
For the sub accounts,
No. Okay, hold it. Wait. I'm just trying to read your numbers. So give me one moment.
okay.
Okay. 98668. 85.
That's for the main accounts.
Right.
For all of the accounts is 9869,109.
I just wanted to make sure I had the correct figures so when I go over this later and try to fix it, if I do, I'll have the correct numbers to try to put in.
Okay, perfect. So,
Can you scoot up because I'm still trying to figure out my credit.
okay, go ahead. Which part are you on?
Both of my credits are wrong.
Okay, but your debits are
My debits are on point.
okay.
So I have the 300 and the 300 for delivery income. And then for sales,
Okay, hold on. I am okay. So delivery. Okay. Sales.
5244, 665577, 6503, 25, 522176, 3640, 1394, 106, 35. Okay, we'll go there. 30,000 for 29, 22190. Oh, you got loans with the main account from the truck loan.
I mean, I don't think that would make. Oh yeah. If you didn't add this as a main account, then yes, that will throw you off. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
figure.
29,
A total sum.
29, 61, 90. 609, 740, 1632, 3264, 49, 799, 8272. Oh, maybe 688, 98. Okay, my contrary account is not right somewhere. Oh. Okay, I'm dead on.
Okay. So
It was
you,
98,668 and 85 cents for the main accounts. And 98,691.09 for the contract account.
for the sub
I mean,
accounts.
for all, for the.
For all accounts, yes.
For all the accounts. 98,691.09, okay.
Right. So then, of course, just to test to find your discrepancy, I pan out even on both sides.
So then we equal the,
So what I did was I took all the debits
minus the.
on the main accounts minus all the credits on the main accounts, so the blue numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did the same thing on the other side for all the accounts,
Okay.
right? And I get 0 on both sides. Okay, so why did I make you do this? Because, like, again, when we move into doing the adjustments, we're going to be adding up our adjustment entries. Okay, and with that, when we do that and we sum them all up into main accounts, at the end of the day, it's going to make it so much more easier to complete your. It's going to make it so much easier to complete your financial statements without cluttering them up. Okay. So once again, we're going to take this exact page, we're going to copy it and bring it over to the adjusted trial balance so then we can see where our main accounts shift. All right. Because our adjustments decrease all of the main accounts. All right. All right. Any questions and comments here? Because we completed the unadjusted trial balance.
No, I don't have